math friends. Welcome back to math. We are actually doing math in my house today. Yay! If you hear noises, it's probably from my kitchen because I'm in my dining room. So let's just go ahead and get started and start with today's lesson, shall we? All right, so we are going to do, I hope you all can see the whole screen because half of my screen is black and half of my screen is not black. I'm not sure what's going on, guys. All right, so today's lesson is lesson 7. I can compare two quantities and identify the greater or lesser of the two given numerals. Okay, that's a lot of big words that we don't know. Quantities. Quantities means how much of something you have. So if I look at all my markers I have in my little container here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 markers. So I have a quantity of 10, okay? So that's how many I have of something. And a numeral is just a number, okay? So we're going to be able to compare how much of two things we have to see which one's bigger or smaller, greater or lesser of a number, okay? So if I give you the number 10 and I give you the number 9, which one's bigger? Which one's smaller, okay? So that's exactly what it's telling us that we're doing today, okay? So let's keep going. We're going to slide past this. Blah, 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 blah. And you have a sprint today. Now, I want you to look up here in this corner right here. Oh, it says that I have +1, -1, +10, -10 sprint. Guys, that's what you're doing today. 5 + 1, 15 + 1. There's a 10 difference here. 5 and 15, there's 10 different, like the number 10 different. Okay, I added 10 to one of them. You all can do this. Now, you know what we have to do. We have to set a timer. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. How many can you get correct in 2 minutes? Okay, you're either going to get A or B. I'm not sure which one you're going to get. So go pause the video right now. Go work on your sprint for 2 minutes. Then come back, unpause the video, and let's do our application problem, okay? All right. If you're back with me, I don't have my hat. I left it at school. That's okay. We can still be number detectives today, even if we don't have a hat on, right? Yeah, we can pretend to have a detective hat on today. All right, so what do good number detectives do? We read through the problem because we need to know what we have to solve. In order to do that, we have to read the whole thing first. So let's read it. Benny has 4 dimes. Marcus has 4 pennies. Benny says, we have the same amount of money. Is he correct? We're going to use drawings or words to explain your thinking. Now, friends, normally at this point, we work this problem out together. But today, we are not going to work it out together. We're actually going to work it with Miss Duckett, okay? She's going to work the application problem with us today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a quick pause, get our video up, and that way we can all work the application problem together. So while I'm pausing to get my video up, you need to make sure that you have your whiteboard and a marker or a piece of paper and a pencil, okay? You have to solve this with us. You don't just watch us do it, you solve it too, okay? So if you need to go get it, pause the video for a minute and then go get it. If not, just hang around and I'll be back in a flash. All right, guys, I've got our video up. Hopefully you've got your whiteboard or paper and you're ready to go. So let's go.
Hi there, mathematician.
Hi, Miss Duckett.
It's Miss Duckett here, ready to guide you through another math lesson. I am so excited to learn with you all today. Today, we are going to be comparing two amounts to see what's greater or lesser. You won't need any extra materials today. However, you will want to make sure that you have your personal whiteboard as well as some 10 sticks to use as extra support just in case.
Okay, now guys, I don't have my 10 sticks with me. They're at school, but you can use 10 sticks if you have them. But you know what? If we don't have them, what can we do? We can draw them out because we know how to make quick 10s and 1s, right? So we can draw them out if we need to. So if you don't have 10 sticks or you don't have Legos or whatever you've been using, it's okay because we can draw it out this time. So let's keep going.
So if you need to, go ahead and press pause to gather what you'll need, and I'll be right here waiting when you get back.
You should already have your whiteboard or something to write on. So we should be good to go.
You're back. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Well, if you are, let me hear you say, ooh, oh yeah, I'm ready.
Ooh, oh yeah, I'm ready.
Let's get started. Which boy has the greater total value of money?
Remember?
Let me ask that again. Which boy has the greater total value of money? Let's solve this together.
Okay, before we go any further, remember, greater means bigger and value means how much. Okay, so if I have 4 pennies, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 cents. That's the value of 4 pennies. Just like a 10 stick, the value is 10 ones. Okay.
Let's start with Jackson. Jackson has dimes. I know that a dime is worth 10 cents. How much is a dime worth?
10 cents.
Yes, 10 cents. This means that we can count by tens.
Ready?
Let's count by tens together. Get ready.
Here we go. 10, 20,
20,
30,
30,
40.
40.
So he has 40
How much
cents.
money does Jackson have?
40 cents.
That's right. Jackson has 40 cents. Let's look at Ivan's money. I see that Ivan has pennies. How much is a penny worth? Whisper it to me.
1 cent.
Yes, a penny is worth 1 cent. Let's count by ones. Get ready.
Here we go.
1,
1,
2,
2, 3, 4.
This means that Ivan has 4 cents. Now we can figure out which boy has a greater total value of money. Jackson has 40 cents and Ivan has 4 cents. Point to the boy that you think has the greater total value of money. Yes, Jackson has the greater value. We can say that 40 cents is greater than 4 cents. Greater means more. What does greater mean?
More.
Yes, greater means more. How can we describe 4 compared to 40? Can we say that 4 is prettier than 40? Can we say that 4 is colder than 40? Or can we say that 4 is less than 40? Point to the button that you think is correct.
We can say that 4 is less than 40.
Silly Miss Duckett. Of course we can't say that 4 is prettier or colder than 40. As mathematicians, we would say that 4 is less than 40. Great work, mathematicians. Right now, I am showing the numbers 28 and 38 with my linking cubes and my place value chart. Take a moment to think. Which number is greater? 28 or 38?
What do you think?
I want you to strike a pose if you think 28 is greater, or touch your head if you think 38 is greater. Go ahead and do that now.
I'm going to touch my head because I think 38 is greater.
Did you
Strike
say
a pose if you think it's 28.
was greater than 28? In order to figure that out, did you look at the tens place or the ones place?
We looked at our tens place.
Smart thinking, mathematicians. We should look at the tens place. When I look at the place value chart, I notice that the digit in the ones place is the same for both 28 and 38. The digit is 8 in both numbers. So as mathematicians, we need to look at the tens place. I see a 2 in the tens place when I look at the number 28. And I see a 3 in the tens place when I look at the number 38. Which digit is greater, 2 or 3?
3.
Yes, 3 is greater than 2. So that tells us that 38 is greater than 28. So we were able to look at the tens place to help us figure this out for this comparison problem. Let's compare another one. Now let's compare 29 and 32.
Ooh.
Which number is greater? Take a moment to think.
Okay, so I'm going to pause because I want to draw this out and show it on my board, okay? So I'm going to share my board with you. And let's look. We had, oh, now I forgot the numbers. Hold on, guys. We had 29 and 32. Okay, so let's see here. 29 and 32. All right, hold on. Oh, hold on, guys. Okay, sorry, my screen wouldn't cooperate. 29 is our first number. And I'm gonna put it in my tens and ones. Tens, ones. And 32 is my second number. And I'm gonna put it in tens and ones. Tens, ones. So now let's draw this out, because if you look in our tens place, our numbers are different. And if you look in our ones place, our numbers are different. Okay, so let's draw this out. How many tens do we have? I have 2 tens. So I'm going to draw quick tens. How many ones do I have? 9. So I'm going to draw 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now let's come over here. How many tens do I have? I have 3 tens. So just draw 3 quick tens. 1, 2, 3. How many ones do I have? 1, 2. Okay. Now we can look and see, okay, well, I only have 2 tens here, but I have 3 tens here. So it kind of makes it a little easier for us to see how much we actually have. Because if I just look at my numbers, I'm like, oh, that's a lot of numbers to look at. But if I look at a picture, that picture is going to help me visualize and see this number only has 2 tens and 9 ones. This number has 3 tens and 2 ones. So let's go back with Miss Duckett and see what we're going to do. Okay. Guys, if it helps you to draw it out, draw it out.
When I look at the place value charts, I notice that I see a 9. 9 is so much greater than 2 and 3. Does that mean that 29 is greater than 32? Give me a thumbs up if yes, or a thumbs down if no.
Why not, friends? Because our 9 is in the ones place.
It's not? So what should I do to figure out which number is greater?
We have to look in the tens place.
Bada boom, bada bang, you got it. Yes, I should look at the tens place. I can't get tricked. Okay. When I look at the tens place, I see a 2 for the number 29. and I see a 3 for the number 32. Which one is greater, mathematicians?
Is 2 bigger or is 3 bigger? 3 is greater.
Yes, 32 is greater than 29. Mathematicians, Miss Beckett almost got tricked. I was going to look at the ones place and I saw a 9, and I automatically thought that 29 was going to be greater. But I had to look carefully with my magnifying glass, and I had to look at the tens place to help me figure it out.
That
Thanks
sounds
for
like
helping me, mathematicians.
that sounds like some
I think we're
detective
ready
work.
for one more.
All right, let's do another one.
Now let's compare
Okay,
17 and 15.
I'm gonna pause her because we're gonna do this one together on our board, okay? So let's erase our boards and let's do 17 and 15. So first thing we gotta do, let's make our, I'm gonna put a T for tens and an O for ones, just to save time. Okay, so we have the number 17 and we have the number 15. Let's draw it out first, then we'll compare it, okay? So how many tens does 17 have? Has 1 10, so I'm gonna draw one quick 10. How many ones does it have? 7, so I'm gonna draw 7. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now there's my 7 ones and my 1 10. Let's do the same thing over here. How many tens does 15 have? 1 10, so let's draw one quick 10. How many ones does it have? Just 5. So let's draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we can look. Where's the first place we're going to look? Our tens place. We always check our tens place first. Okay. How many tens do I have in 17? I have 1. How many tens do I have in 15? I have 1. Can I tell if one of those is greater than the other? Because they're the same. Okay, so now if they're the same in the tens place, then we have to look at our ones place and we have to decide which one is greater. For 17, I have 7 ones. For 15, I have 5 ones. Which number is greater? Is it 7 or 5? Okay, let me ask that another way. Which number is bigger or which one has more, 7 or 5? My 7. So 17 is going to be greater than 15. All right, let's go back to Miss Duckett and see what she says. Let's see if we're right, friends. I bet we are.
Which number is greater, 17 or 15?
Which one did you think?
Take a moment to think.
We just talked about it. We drew it out. We wrote it out. We compared our tens. We compared our ones. We decided it was
Go ahead.
17.
Tell me what you're thinking.
17.
Yes, 17 is greater. But tell me, how do you know?
Because we compared our tens, then we compared our ones.
That's right. In this case, the digit in the tens place is the same. They both have the digit 1. So now we had to look at the ones place. In the number 17, in the ones place, I see the number 7. And in the number 15, I see the number 5 in the ones place. I know that 7 is greater than 5. So that means 17 is greater than 15. Wow. So sometimes we may have to look at the tens place, and sometimes we may have to look at the ones place. I know I said this was the last one, but let's do one more.
We can do that.
This time without the place value chart. Let's compare the numbers 14 and 40. Which number is greater? Point to the number that you think is correct.
Okay, we're going to pause because we're going to work this out because I want you guys to make sure you fully understand how this works. Now, she did not give us a place value chart on that, But does that mean we can't make one? No. So our numbers were 14 and 40. And we want to know which one's greater. So let's go ahead and put them in a place value chart. Tens, ones, tens, ones. 1 is my tens place and 4 is in my ones place. 14. 4 is in my tens place. 0 is in my ones place. Now let's draw it out, okay? How many 10s in 14? 1 quick 10. How many 1s in 4 or 14? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's do, how many 10s are in 40? 4. So let's do 4 quick 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many 1s are in 40? 0. Okay, so let's look at our 10s. Okay, are our numbers the same in our tens place? No, they're not. Which number is greater or more than the other? Is 1, see I only have 1 quick 10 here, or 4, I have 4 quick 10s here. Which one has more? The 4. So 40 is greater than 14, okay? Because I have more in my tens place than I did for 14. So let's go check with Miss Duckett and see if we're right.
I think 14 is correct.
Ooh, do you think she's
Because
right?
it's bigger in size. What do you think? Am I right?
Does that matter if we write the number bigger?
No. Huh. Well, which number is greater? Because I thought 14 was greater because it looks larger than the number 40.
We know that it's 40 because there's more 10s.
Oh, greater doesn't mean bigger?
Nope.
Yes, you're right. Greater means more. Okay. So, which one do you think is greater?
We think it's 40.
Yes, 40 is greater. How do you know, mathematician?
Because we compared our numbers in our tens place.
That's right. When I look at the tens place, in the number 14, I see the digit 1, but in the number 40, I see the digit 4. I know that the value of the 1 is 10, and the value of the 4 is, well, 40. So 40 is greater than 10, which means that 40 is greater than 14. I thought I was going to trick you guys. I guess I'm not able to trick you.
We're too smart for that.
Make sure you always remember that greater does not mean bigger.
Means more.
Mathematicians, it is time for the problem set. You worked so hard today. Kiss your brain. Your must-do problems are 3, 4, 5A, 5B, 9, 10, 11A, and 11B. Remember to do your best work for 10 minutes.
We will.
Here's a cheer for all your hard work. It's called the perfect cheer. Here it goes. Meow, meow, perfect. I'll see you next time.
Bye, Miss Duckett. All right, friends, so let's flip a problem set. Now, she told you to work for 10 minutes, but I want you to actually complete the entire problem set, okay? So, well, not the entire problem set, but the ones she told you to do. 3, 4, 5A, 5B, 9, 10, 11A, and 11B. So let's go over our directions because mathematicians, good number detectives, always read the problem, right? And find out how we have to solve it. And if you're not solving it the full way, it's not completely solved, right? Yeah, we know that. So let's read our directions. For each pair, write the number of items in each set. Then circle the set with the greater number of items. Now, friends, this already has pictures drawn out for you, okay? And I can tell you right now that that picture is going to help us a lot. Because remember, I drew out the pictures every time I was comparing my numbers. So it's helpful for us to see. Now, eventually we'll get to the point where we don't need a picture anymore. We can just look at our numbers. But today we're definitely going to look at those pictures. So let's look at number 1 and number 2, because you're going to do 3 and 4. So let's count. Remember, anytime it's in a group like this, or like this, or like this, you see those? They're all 10, okay? So there's no need for you to count all of those little carrots or all those little dots or all the beads on the string, because we already know that when it's in a group together, it makes 10. Remember? Okay, so let's look. We have 10 and 1, 2, 3 more. So what is 10 and 3 more? 10, 11, 12, 13. So I know that this is 13. So I'm going to write 13. Now I'm going to come over here and count this one. So I know this is 10. How many do I have left over? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what's 10 more than 9? 19. So let's make 19 here. So let's see. If I'm looking at my tens place first, they both have a 1 in it. Can we determine which one's greater by only having the same tens place? No. So we got to look at our ones place this time. How many is in our ones place here? 3. How many is in our ones place here? 9. So which one has more than 9? So we're going to circle our 19, because 19 is greater than 13. Okay, now let's look at number 2. How many 10s do I have? Whoops. I have 3 10s. How many 1s do I have? Let's count them, friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. Whoops. That wasn't good. Let's try that again. I have 6 1s. All right, so let's come over here. How many groups of 10 do I have? Just 1. How many do I have left over? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now friends, let's compare our two numbers. We're going to start looking at our 10s. How many 10s did I have over here in 36? 1, 2, 3. I had 3 10s. How many 10s did I have in 13? Just 1. So those two numbers are not the same. So which one has more, or which one is greater? 3 or 1? 3. So I'm going to circle my 36. Okay. You're going to do that for 3 and 4, just like I did. Okay. Now let's look at 5, because you're going to do A and B. Circle the number that is greater in each pair. Oh goodness, look at that, friends. There's no pictures and there's numbers and words. It's okay. We're still going to look at it the same exact way, okay? Now I'm going to do A with you so you can make sure you know what you're doing. Here I have 1 10, 2 1s, and 3 10 and 2 1s. Guys, it's the same thing. We're going to look at our 10s first. How many 10s do I have here? 1. How many 10s do I have here? 3. So which one had more? My 3 10s. I have 32. So I'm going to circle 3 10s, 2 1s, because 3 10s is greater than 1 10. You're going to do B. Okay. Make sure you do A and B together. All right. Then we're going to come down here. And we're going to look at 9, 10. That's the ones you're going to do. And 11, A and B. Now, guys, look at this one. Each pair, for each pair, write the number of items like we did above, and then circle with the fewer items. That means the smaller amount. Okay, less. Which one has less? So let's look at number 7, but you guys can do the rest on your own. Okay, so here again, I have 1 10. How many 1s do I have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. 3 1s. Over here I have 110 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one seems similar, but remember this time instead of looking for the greater or more, we're looking for fewer or less. So same concept though. Look at our tens. They both have 1. Can we determine it? So we got to look at our ones place. Our first ones place has a 3 in it. Our next number has a 9 in it. Which one has fewer or less, 3 or 9? 3 is less than 9. So we're going to circle 13 for this one. Okay. So you all are going to do 9 and 10 and 11, A and B, just like we did up at the top, except this time you're looking for the fewer items or less items. Okay. If yours doesn't have a picture and you need to draw that picture out, please do. Draw pictures out, guys. It helps us. Okay. When in doubt, draw it out. That's what I tell everybody. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second. If you have any questions on this lesson, please email me. Okay. Because I want to make sure you understand this. This one's a little tricky. We're looking at greater than and less than. Okay. So when in doubt, draw it out. Check your tens place first, then look at your ones if you need to. Okay, be very careful. And if you have any questions, please email me. All right, friends. Okay, go work. Don't forget to do your exit ticket, turn it into me, and I'll see you guys on lesson 8. Bye, friends.